So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we made our way to this glorious pirate ship and the beautiful sunset in the background. In this episode, we're going to take on the Forsaken Fortress momentarily, but before we do any of that, I want to go and talk to the pirates and get in their way a little bit. Shouldn't I, though? I mean, come on, it's a pirate ship. Into the big blue boys, turn the ship full to starboard. We have the northern seas. Listen, Shrimp, you're really creeping me out standing there like that, so quit it, yeah? Stay out of my way, way out of my way. Go down below and find Nico. Fine. Asshole. Anyway, so, who are you? That Nico didn't make out half bad, with you being the new Swabby and all. New Swabbies always get stuck doing the hardest work. It's a real raw deal, but hey. I'll tell you, it sure sounds like Nico is happy to finally not be on the bottom rung on the pirate ladder. You bet he is. Hey, but don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll do just fine. So as long as you don't disobey him. Fine.
I won't disobey anybody, Mom. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Anyway. Who are you? I'm totally blocking his face, but Jesus. So your name's LSP, right? That's one weird get-up you got on there. What's the deal? Is that popular back on your island or what? Now that I think about it, though, I think I've seen an outfit like that somewhere before. Okay. Before we move on, I want you guys to take a good look at Tetra. Take a good look at her. I'm doing this for a reason, for what you're about to see in the next coming minute. Got a good look at her? Okay, good. Going on through this door, there's some dialogue that makes me facepalm a little bit. So, it's this right here.
Stop right there. This is Miss Tetra's cabin. Most of us real pirates aren't even allowed in here. There's no way we're letting in an outsider. Don't you even think it.
But, listen to this. You're probably wondering why we treat young Miss Tetra with so much respect when she's clearly so much younger than us, aren't you now? Now, I'm not going to say this in a very loud voice, but while she may look young, Miss Tetra's actually 35. She's 35. She's 35.
Her, that's a joke, Shrimpy. I suppose it was just a chance that we lost her last miss when Miss Tetra was still young. Her, fate is cruel, she is. That's why Miss Tetra took over so young. She owes it to her predecessor. Everyone's come to respect her for that, coping with so much at such an age. Respect has nothing to do with how many years you've been on the Earth, but you're probably too young to understand that.
Yeah, Link is like, what, 16 or so? I don't know, but in here is the core of the mission, sort of. Oh, well, now ahoy there, Swabby. As of today, I am your superior. Nico, now I promise I'll go easy on you, so you do as I say, okay? Right, now first off, you have to take all the tests that all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you, real careful like, so you can cram it into your no-doubt mushy Swabby brain. Asshole. So he's gonna go on this big rabbit trail about how he can jump across platforms, and he's just hopeless as a pirate, that is. That's probably why everybody just leaves him down here by himself. Even though there was another pirate just in front of him, but still, it's probably why he isn't so much along with the group as everybody else. Anyway, I want to tell a bit of a story. When I played this part in the original GameCube version, I sucked freaking... I sucked at this part so bad, to the point where it took me hours just to get across these platforms, just to jump on that one ledge, and it was just the worst. It was the worst. Being at the age of 12 or something like that, it was just, ugh. I wish I could go back and repeat it, but still, it's really not that big of a problem, because all you're doing is just hopping across voids and platforms and whatnot. So just make sure that you're doing all that, and you're going to be just set. You know? Anyway. With that, I totally messed that up. Just when I said there was nothing else to worry about. When there was nothing else to worry about, I completely messed it up. Why? Alex, why? Why do you do this? There we go. How about that now?
What? You did it already?
I'm proud to have you as my underling. I wonder if it's okay just to give that to him. I don't see why not. I'll doubt I get busted.
Alright, Swabby, I'll tell you what. You can have the treasure in that chest over there. It's your reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before someone comes.
Alright. Well, you're the squirrel with that one buck tooth. Go store your nuts for the winter, my friend. But, hey. In this chest is something very, very, very useful. It'll come in handy way later on, you know? Or should I say the handy bag? Anyway. You got the spoils bag. You can keep the items you get from enemies in this handy pouch. You can hold up to 8 items, so yeah. Hey, LSP, we've reached the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry and get up here. Fine. Anyway, with that, we will be on the top of the ladder. On the pirate ship. I will be right back momentarily. Okay, so now that we're back up here... Hey, LSP, here I am. Up here. Going on up, and we can finally go and see what she has to say. I wonder what kind of word she's going to cram into our heads about this place. I gotta say, that is a freaking stunning shot of the Forsaken Fortress. That is just aesthetic. Like, my golly. What were you doing with Nico? Don't tell me you were playing some stupid game for treasure. Were you? Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the Cursed Isle, known as the Forsaken Fortress. There are all sorts of strange rumors about this place. What I do know is that long ago it used to be a hideout of a no-good group of pirates we used to compete with. But they were all just a small time. Now the place looks like it's pretty dangerous. Ah, I knew it. Look. Over there. By that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I bet you anything that's the place where they have your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? Look, don't struggle. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. Is everybody ready? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're gonna launch you good. Your sword landed all the way up there. Shoot, I'm sorry, I must apologize. I guess my aim was off by a little bit. The look on your face, priceless. I slipped the stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I can see what you're doing through this stone, and obviously you can hear me through it, so if you see A, you better press that button. I'll put the stone on your quest status screen. Use the arrow on the item screen to take a look. It's pretty basic. Hey, but listen carefully. I need this back after you save your sister, so don't go losing it, you understand? Alright then, round to brass tacks. The courtyard is awash with searchlights, so they'll see you right away if you just go charging in. Better think it through. Okay, so the idea of this place is to use as much discretion as possible, but hey, to get financially ready for the future of what this game has to offer, you may as well pick up this money on the side, right? I mean, come on. It is money. Why leave it? But with that, we want to make sure these lights get out of our way. You want to time them up, and the timing of these lights can be pretty random. So, as well as walking up the staircase per se, because the second you do, the searchlights are gonna see what you're doing, and they're gonna throw you in jail as soon as possible. That's like the kicker for like the HD version, but hey, I have nothing much else to say about that. You want to go and just make sure you time those right and avoid them. Now, we want to go and take out the bokoblins running these searchlights. Yes, that's the name of the enemies running them. Going right up the ladder, and there's 3 of them. You may think, oh, Gossip Stone. How could I ever forget? Listen up, LSP. There's a monster running the searchlight up there. If you can slay the monster, then just maybe it'll shut down the searchlight. Oh, but you're unarmed, aren't you? All you have is a shield. If I were you, I'd try to use your shield to deflect the monster's blows. Yeah. I have other opinions because Tetra is just not a fighter, even though she's a pirate, but still. What I want to do is get these sticks and beat his ass with it. Come on, Bokoblin. Get your little way out of there. Come on. It's a glorious full moon. Holy moly. Alright. I'm gonna come lure you over. Come on. There we go. 1 down. And 1... Is he gonna drown? He's gonna drown. Please drown. I think that worked. That searchlight should not be on when I come back outside. Anyway. With that, we want to go back down here and make a right. So, make sure you do that. And we're going to be getting everything out of the Forsaken Fortress. I will say that the one thing this place doesn't have is a boss key, okay? So, with that, it has a dungeon map, a compass, and that's it. As well as a couple other chests as well. So, with that, we want to make sure we get these chests open. Yada yada. It's pretty basic, but still. It's a dungeon map. You can view it by mapping up screen. Anyway, jumping on down here. There's a pretty nifty little spot up in here with a switch, per se. Open that up, and that is but one out of like the 20 prison cells in this place, but in here is... What is it? This is the first heart piece. Yes, unlike Twilight Princess, you get 4 of them instead of 5, so it's kind of easier on you, sort of. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely get thrown in jail just to get out of here faster, just to get where I was a bit quicker. Yes, it is kind of childish, I know, but still, it helps. It helps a lot. But, anyway, with that, we're going to hop up on this table and get out of this prison cell. Like I mentioned, there are many other prison cells in the Forsaken Fortress. This is just a few. But still. About that, though, like, getting thrown in prison is not that bad, because it does put you at a point closer to where you once were, before the fact, that is. What I am going to do is take the way across, because right across these rooms is going to be the compass, eventually. So, another story is that when I was also a kid, I could not navigate the Forsaken Fortress, or any dungeon, to that matter. I would automatically just turn off the game and just not even bother with the game at all. That's how careless I was back then. It was like the most ridiculous thing in the world. Anyway. Picking up this stick here. And we're going to lure this guy right off of this light. Come on. Follow me here. Follow me. Getting him right off. And there he is. I think, like, the weirdest mechanic is when he falls out of bounds, he automatically dies. That's, like, the weirdest thing, but still. Yep, that other light is off, so we're good. Now, what I'm going to do now is jump down. Instead of hanging a right, we're going to hang a left. Okay? Through this door should be something called the compass. The compass can really help us figure out where things lie within. That is, but... Anyway, picking up this chest here, we can finally say we're good on it. Compass, checky. Anyway, so, hopping right across, we can find out what lies on this side. Because why not? Alright. I think we got all the searchlights besides this one, but like I said, there was 3 of them. This is the last one. So, make sure you just kind of get them. I will say that about these searchlights, the one that shines up on that wall is the one that blocks your way only. You don't have to worry about the other 2, but I'm getting all 3 just for definitiveness sake, but still. So, walking up here, and we're going to beat that booty over there. We're going to beat his ass. What do you stick, Sharna? Alright, picking this up. And walking on over. Hey, buddy. You want to follow me over to the ledge so I can knock you off it? Come on. Come over. There we go. No need for enemies anymore. Anyway. With that, we can now jump across and proceed to the next room. Yay. Alright, next room. Going on over. I gotta say, the Forsaken Fortress really does portray quite a bit of the ominousness that does occur, but this area is when it kind of serves as a checkpoint. Let's say if you fall down, like inadvertently or advertently, you have a block to push down here. So you have the option to get that, and let's see if you fall off, you can climb back up that ladder there. So it's pretty kind of you, I'll say that. But is there more money down here? Oh, only the green rupees, right? Not the red ones. I gotta say that would be way too easy to get financially ready for the future of this game. But still, I can kind of empathize as to why they put the larger rupees only once, and once you get them, they no longer appear. So it's kind of up there, but still. Now, next enemy is called the Moblin. These Moblins, I'll point out something. The thing about them is you can glitch this game in like many ways on the GameCube version. Let's say if you appear in front of any Moblin with a torch without a sword, the game automatically assumes that you're in the Forsaken Fortress, so it's gonna spawn you back there. So let's say if you're in like a submarine on like the Great Sea or something, and you have no sword, and the Moblin's like, let's say if there's a Moblin in there, it has a torch. If it spots you, you're gonna end up here. It's like the weirdest way of fast transport, that is, but still. With this Moblin, I'm going to point out something pretty strange, I'll say this. So, about him, if you pretty much let him see you like this, and then he locks eye contact, and then he breaks it, you can put down the barrel and just proceed. It makes it to where he does not see you as easy. It's like the most bizarre thing in the world. I don't know why that exists. It's like the weirdest mechanic there is, like, ever. But, anyway. Here is called, like, a double sidle. This is a normal speed sidle. This is a double speed where I'm like tapping the control stick like left and right like a bunch of times. It kind of does it twice at once, so it's like, eh. It does kind of feel weird like after trying to do it with your thumb like numerous times, but still. About it though, it does help in terms of just getting across the void quicker. You can do it normally, but the fact that I kind of am still doing some speedrunish tactics here, I kind of continue a bit, but still. Anyway, with that, we have our sword back. Now. Yay is all I can say. Got the hero sword we dropped. Now you're in business. Take care not to drop it again. Oh, yeah. There we go. Will he drop a joy pendant? I don't think so. No, but joy pendants do come in handy way later. But with that, get a little extra rupee of faith. Now we can open the door and serve justice.
LSP. LSP. Wake up, LSP. Pull yourself together, LSP. Well, have you come to your senses yet? You are surprisingly dull-witted. Did I startle you? I suppose that is only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. I am the king of red lions. Do not fear, I am not your enemy. LSP. I have been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how you desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. But such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, LSP, do you still wish to save your sister from him? And will you do anything to save her? I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after such toil and hardship. Do you understand? In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I am sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. The information they provide you may come in handy during your endeavors at sea, so listen carefully to their words and heed them well. But remember, there is no time to play. Come back here immediately, as soon as your errands are done. Welcome to the island with much of a cluster of side quests that there is. Bigger than Majora's Mask, I'll say that, in my honest opinion, but although they are pretty short, but still, the first thing you want to do is go up here and, despite the existence of all these guys that surround us, go in this door, okay? It'll help. It'll help a lot. Make sure that you move this pot out of the way. And you can, like, side hop away from these pots and still hit the switch, but still. In here lies the man behind it all. Selling those charts and those maps at Clocktown must have been nice. How you doing, Tingle, my man? Hooray! Thank you so very much. Yeah, but Tingle will do some things in this game in particular that don't seem that normal. In the GameCube version, you get something called a Tingle Tuner. If you have a Game Boy Advance and you have a link cable, you can use it on the system to use a shop and kind of break the game sequence a little bit. But in this version, they replace it with a Tingle Bottle. This is like, but the only one that I could find throughout this version in existence. So, there you go. Mr. Fairy, are you familiar with the Miiverse? Yeah. But, however, Miiverse, as of this day, is not existent anymore because I don't use it. I don't use it, but still, the game does provide me with such enjoyment. It's unfathomable, but still. Tingle in this game is quite a character. This is the Tingle chart. It's like the one and only map that you get that is just useless, but you obviously know where you go. It's in C3, that is. That's the coordinate of Tingle Island. Now,
along with that, yes, the gamepad is talking to me, but I'm just going to go ahead and close all of this and return. And here we go. So, about this particular room is something else that does serve you quite well when it comes to just searching around, gathering things that are pretty helpful. We're going to come across something called the Picto Box in this maze here, so make sure that you just go on through here without any problems. And I gotta say, what this game has to offer is quite a surprise, because normally you don't expect it in any Zelda game whatsoever, but the Wind Waker does kind of provide you with such enjoyment. You may as well just kind of go with the flow, right? I mean, come on. And here is the chest itself. You can go and upgrade this immediately if you like, and I'll show how momentarily in the coming episodes, or maybe this one if I have time, but still. Here we go. Got the Picto Box, and yada yada. Now, as I'm not getting ahead of myself here, this version only takes black and white photo. So, this also permits us to do something called the Nintendo Gallery, okay? To do the Nintendo Gallery, you have to have the Deluxe Picto Box. What the Deluxe Picto Box is this Picto Box, except that it takes photos in color, okay? And, of course, the Rat-Azir is like the only way out of here with such ease. So I don't have to remember the way out. And how did I fall through here? There's not even a hole in the top of this rock, but still. But anyway, this is a pretty good starter offer. So, I'm going to end things off right here. In the next episode, we're going to briefly gather some things on Windfall Island that are pretty helpful. So, with that being said, stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. Peace out, everyone.